We're still going through the classic continuity of Ben 10 games, and this time we're taking a look at one of the better contenders. I've only really played this once for the sake of this video, and honestly I had a pretty good time. Cosmic Destruction was released October 5th, 2010, developed by Papaya Studio for the console versions and published by D3 Publisher. Let's dive right into the review of one of the best games from this continuity. This game's story takes place in an alternate timeline of the classic continuity, during the Ultimate Alien era. In this game, Ben wields the Ultimatrix, which allows him to transform into aliens, and allows him to evolve that alien's DNA to give him more power and strength in a fight. This title sees us venture through real-world locations in order to fight villains who are in possession of pieces of the Poultice Altiari, which itself is a piece of ancient Galvan technology that can multiply the user's natural abilities several times over. Through Chapter 1, we fight the Forever Knights in Italy. Ben gets separated from his friends and eventually finds his way to Enoch, who is empowered by a piece of the ancient Galvan tech. This is a recurring theme, where one of Ben's worst enemies has their hands on the Poultice Altiari and are strengthened by what it can do. We end up going through fights with Sunder, 7-7, Captain Nemesis, Siphon, and Albedo. Each of these fights gives Ben a piece of the artifact on his journey to collect them all. The game ends with a double Toku Star fight, with Ben using the fully completed version of the Poultice Altiari versus Albedo. The alien artifact disintegrates before our very eyes, and Albedo turns back to human after crashing into the moon's surface. Let's start with the transformations we can use during our time of this game. We have Amphibian, Armadillo, Big Chill, Echo Echo, Humongousaur, NRG, Swampfire, Spider Monkey, Terra Spin, Water Hazard, and Waybig, who is an exclusive to level 8. There's also Forearms exclusive to the PS3 version, and Wrath exclusive to the Xbox 360 version. I wish I got to play as Wrath, man. Anyway, as stated in the story section, we also get to play through the real-world locations, like Paris, Italy, and China. Going back to the transformation side of things real quick, we do actually get to access ultimate forms, although these are in very specific parts of the game and are very much scripted. As soon as the fight ends, they become unusable. We also get to solve puzzles based on some aliens' abilities, like Water Hazard and his water-based skill set. The game also gives you more intuitive combat, where you can block attacks and even counter your enemy's moves. So here we are again in the outro of a Ben 10 game review, where I collect my thoughts about my enjoyment on this installment. So did I enjoy it? Honestly, yes. This game is honestly the best from the franchise so far, and feels a lot more fleshed out than the rest of the games. I like how the story unfolds with the evil Waybig, also known as Albedo. I like the encounters with Ben's enemies from the show, and even the utilization of ultimate forms that the game has to offer, although this feature in particular isn't as usable as some might think or wish for it to be. I wish I could activate an ultimate form whenever I desire it, as I feel like it would make a lot more sense as a player. Aside from that, I honestly really don't have any complaints about this game, so I will hereby give it an 8 out of 10, as I found the game really satisfying to play. Don't forget to tune in next month where I review the Omniverse game.